Yo, welcome back to my channel. Now, I know it's been a long time, and the last time I saw y'all, I had made a game for a game jam called Chrono Voyager, and that game was pretty dope. It wasn't too massive or anything, but it was cool. You can check that video out if you haven't seen that. It's on my channel. Or go download it on itch because the game is still on itch. But regardless, this video, I wanted to say what's up to y'all, and I wanted to tell you guys that I was actually working on more games because after I did that game, I got like this inspiration to do like a whole bunch more games. So I just started doing game jams after game jams after game jams. And I wanted to share all of those with you. But today, this would be the first one I share with you. And then in the next video, I'll share the next one with you and so on and so forth. There's 3 total. The third one, but this one and the second one, let's go. But before we get started, I wanted to thank my sponsors. And the sponsors I'm talking about are y'all, because this channel wouldn't exist without y'all. So thank you to everybody who has given their attention, time to this channel, because that really helps out a lot. But with no more waiting time, let's jump into it. So my older brother just started modeling in Blender, and he sent me a model of a baby that he did, and he got really good really fast. So I decided to put some bones in the baby and make it move. Now before, I'd always depended on Mixamo because I didn't know how to do animation, but this time I thought I'd try out my own animation. So I gave the baby a few basic animations, and then I put it into Unreal to make sure all the animations were working correctly. And they were okay. But now all I needed to do was come up with a game for the baby. So everybody's seen somebody playing the game called Only Up, and I thought that would be a perfect game for this baby to star in. The only thing is I didn't want to make a clone because I just didn't want to make the same game over and over and over again. I wanted to put a twist in my game. So the twist that I added was a game loop where you're going to have to collect all of the alphabet letters to win. So I started modeling the letters in Blender, and I brought all their models over to Unreal. Then I made a master letter class so that I would only have to add code to one letter, and the rest of the letters could be the children of the master letter. The way this worked is that I added variables to the master letter, and I made it so you can pick up that letter and it disappears. Once I got the code for picking up letters working, I wanted to add a HUD to the game that showed the player which letters they had already collected. So since there's 26 letters of the alphabet, I really didn't want to code up 26 things a whole bunch of times, right? So what I did was I came up with a clever system using arrays to go ahead and make the HUD recognize which letter you just collected, and it makes it visible on your screen. Now this was the hardest part about doing this game. But once I figured it out, it was time to start working on the environment. Since the player was a baby, I decided to stick within the theme for the level. So I downloaded some toy models from Quixel Megascans, and I started to place them all throughout the level. I tried to make it so that if you fell off a ledge or a platform, you'll most likely be caught by another ledge or platform, but not always. And also there's many routes to choose from. The goal is just to get all of the letters. Finally, I placed the last letter Z, and the way to get there is insane. I play tested this for so many hours, making sure each jump was actually possible. And it is possible. No matter what you think, I promise you it is possible. So after finishing the level, the game still felt kinda incomplete. I think that it needed some kind of music. So I asked my little bro if he could come up with a beat for the game and I would record a song to it. So he went to the lab, cooked up a beat within an hour, and when he sent it to me, I immediately went to the studio and started to record. I ended up freestyling about the alphabet, but it fit, so I added it to the game. Lastly, I had to create a title screen and the pause menu, and then I felt like the game was complete. So then what I did was I spent countless hours playing and play testing, making sure everything was legit, and now I would like to share this with you all. The game is called Baby Go Up, and it's available on itch.io for free. So if it gets a lot of support on itch.io, I'll port this to mobile, I'll put it on Steam and all these other places and whatnot, and I'll put like some dope updates in there. But in the next video, what I'm going to show you is the second game from the same series that I knocked out over the course of this last month. And I think that y'all are really, really gonna like this next one. So remember to have fun and stay creative. And I'll holla at y'all in the next one.